I also got for the collective that the other download was putting other stuff before the family, taking for granted what was at home. And it reminds me of the pre-shuffle when I got the 10 of Pentacles upright and then the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I just heard there's no love lost here, but no love will be found here either. So something within a family dynamic has really broken up a home, and it has to do with an emotional connection that someone had outside of the union. And it put a damper on the fact that the person who feels like they were taken advantage of, they feel like they weren't sought after, that emotional connection didn't go to them. So they feel like a part of them, which is actually the part of you, you were giving, I guess the best way to put this is, there was parts of yourself, whoever this person was that broke the family up, that broke the marriage up, or broke the home up, right? Speaking of some type of betrayal, there was a part of this individual that they didn't even allow themselves to be comfortable with within themselves. So there was no way they would be able to give that to you or to show that part of you, show that part of them to you. So therefore, instead of being able to work through that energy, taking accountability, and just stepping up to the plate, woman or man, it doesn't matter. Energy is energy. They decided to go outside of the union to fulfill that need, to fulfill that void, and it ended up backfiring when all they really needed to do was to have a conversation, to talk to you, to bring to your attention the things that they were unhappier about, or the things that they felt could have been better, and just possibly gone to therapy, or really just, it's about taking your choice away as well too, is what I'm getting the collective. It's about a choice being taken away and you not having a voice in the conversation anymore, and someone having the conversation on your behalf. And it wasn't okay. The last download that I got was actions speak louder than words. Some of you guys who may have someone on the other side, what they were to you and how they were to you and what they showed you spoke more volumes than words could even imagine. May have fell short with their words due to how they may have emotionally been, brought up. You know what I mean? Some people weren't maybe emotionally, they were emotional, they had it within them, but it was just how they were raised. So it was really more so the actions and what they did for you or around you or with you that let you know that you were loved. That's for some. Actions speak louder than words. The change up in behavior pattern when it comes to the people who have to deal with career, you started to pay attention to the things that were changing around you, and you realized that the money and the work ain't adding up, and or the people who have had relationships at work, things started to change. So the actions and the words outside of work weren't lining up within work, and it was just becoming really hectic, really chaotic. I just heard it was a really messy situation for some. Now, the rest of you guys regarding if you were in some type of family, because relationships, you can end up looking at people as family. So when I hear the marriage and I hear just like some type of romantic relationship, what I'm hearing is actions speak louder than words. So this person's behavior pattern, you were paying attention to it. It's not so much you were gung-ho up on their words, because anyone can just say anything to you. You were paying attention to the things they didn't think you were paying attention to. Or it was more so if they thought that, whatever they were doing, it wasn't being seen, but it was being seen. Their actions spoke very loudly, which allowed you to embark on a journey of learning or going in a path of figuring some things out, and something was brought to your attention, collective. All right. So those were some very heavy downloads. For my fire signs, again, there's a thin line between love and hate. So that song they want you to check out is by The Revelations. Another song has to do with Boys to Men, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye. Another song is Missing You, and it was a collaboration with Tamia, Brandy, Shaka Khan, who else? Gladys Knight and Tamia. And the other song it's two more songs they want you to listen to: Upgrade You by Beyonce and Ring the Alarm by the Beyonce, which makes sense with these downloads coming out because of the energy the collective is going through. All those different groups can marinate with those songs, if not all, or maybe just a few of them. But there's a lot of energy that it's like everything has been set ablaze. Everything is on fire right now, and you're really going through a tower moment. Divine wants you guys to know, no matter what spectrum you're on regarding those different situations with the collective, you're gonna be okay. And a lot of times people say that, and in the moment you don't want to hear it, but Spirit is just like, you need to hear this now, so when you are okay, you'll be able to look back and remember, I knew I was gonna be okay. I knew it was gonna work out. Okay. So that's what I got for that. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. All right. Whoa, that's too many. Let's see what the Spirit Collective has. All right, Divine, what do you have for the fire signs? What messages do you have for the fire signs at this time? Ace of Wands, again, Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Yep. Something is being redirected. With the Hierophant out here, institution, contracts, going to court, separation, divorce, also has to do with marriage, like we were speaking of, a union. It has to do with family, it has to do with learning lessons. In this particular situation right here, this is the energy that we were just talking about with the downloads, with the King of Pentacles. So when I got the 10 of Pentacles in the upright with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups came out in the reverse again. So we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Somebody, this energy right here clearly has disconnected. There is a major disconnection here. Major disconnection right here. And it is playing out in many, many ways. And it is affecting, some of you guys have businesses and things that are tied together. It's more than just the fact of the matter that emotionally and physically somebody is either gone or stepped out on you, or you're underappreciated at work. You know, everything that you were creating has been turned upside down. You're not getting a return on investment. You know, you feel like you're powerless. But it has to do with the time and energy you put into the situation in just general. It has to do with the fact that you really thought that you were better than that when it comes to the betrayal situation. When it comes to the person who's just brokenhearted because someone may have gone to the other side, or even with the career situation, Spirit is saying time was up. And I know that's hard to hear, but time was up. Time was up for that particular season. And I feel like whoever, you know, oh, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, the Emperor. So whoever this was, they were a family person. They were definitely a family person, but there was a major loss. It was like, I'm hearing monarchy. A monarchy within the family. Somebody who sat on a high throne for a very long time has you feeling a certain type of way, has you feeling lost, has you feeling out in the cold, right? I see someone trying to keep it together, because this is also fire energy, to keep it together for the sake of making sure things are running smoothly, making sure things go the way that they need to go. But this is a major loss. I also see somebody, whoever the career situation was, they're going through a major loss right now, a major loss financially. There's something going on, not just with the court system, but I feel like somebody is after somebody's money, which is very interesting. So some of you guys, Spirit is saying, don't be spiteful. I see some energies out there that want to be very spiteful and take somebody for everything that they have. That's only for like a small group. They're saying, don't be spiteful. However, I'm also seeing that this particular masculine was hiding stuff from you, giving to other places. That's why they couldn't give to you. Feminine energy, hiding something from you, giving to other places they weren't giving to you, left you out in the cold, high and dry. So I see this energy of trying to be strong within a union, because some of you guys may have children. Okay, take it how it applies, but you're having to be strong in a union because you actually don't have anything. You don't have anything. Some of you guys could have been housewives. And Spirit is saying that they were trying to get your attention for a long time to make sure that you had something for yourself and your children, because you knew the union you were getting yourself into and you didn't prepare for the storm. Spirit is saying for that particular group, you knew before you married this person who that type of person was, okay? So that's for a select group of people as well too. But what I do see here is somebody is breaking down. Somebody is going to be torn down or breaking down because of their behavior, because of how they went about doing things. I just keep hearing a financial loss. So somebody out there, either it's you or somebody you're dealing with, they're going through a major financial loss, but not just on that. They also are going through, some of you guys are going through a rebirth and death process in order to be in your highest energy, because somebody tried to tear you down and take everything from you. But either way, on the other side of it, you're going to be okay. It's not going to work, okay? Now, with this King of Pentacles, this is someone who has a lot of authority, has a lot of power, a family person, right? Very grounded, very stable, very loving, very nurturing. Could be a father figure, a mother figure, take it how it applies, right? They have a lot of respect in the community, or they just, again, the way that they carry themselves, they are the ones that are the teachers. They are the ones that are the educators. So some of you guys learned a lot out of this particular situation, and they're wanting you to not look at it as a loss, but look at it as a gain. Look at it as being set free. Because some of you guys were in really toxic situations that the divine's been trying to get your attention to get out of. And it came to this particular situation in order for you to wake up and realize, oh my gosh, a thin line between love and hate. The divine was trying to get you to see something clearly when you were still in the love bubble, but because you were so in the love bubble, or because you were in denial, you just didn't want to admit it, whatever the case is, you didn't see something coming. I also see somebody serving someone's divorce papers, separation papers, and you didn't see that coming. But divine said, technically speaking, you did. For some of you guys, you did. Some of you guys, you were blindsided because you gave this person so much. So imagine if these were in the upright. This is your energy in the upright. You know, you kept it spicy, you kept it funky. You guys were building things together. You had it was a lot of passion and excitement. A lot of great things you were giving. However, you weren't receiving it because they were giving somewhere else. This is also about, again, the energy of maybe the loss, right? When you think of someone on the other side, or you think of career, you were giving a lot to this union. And yeah, you were stable. You were financially protected. You were stable. The money was coming in, or maybe this person was just taking care of you, whatever the case may be. Or maybe they set the foundation for you to help you learn how to be financially stable on your own because of what they poured into you growing up, or even just as you continued on in your journey. Nevertheless, either way, this is in the reverse. So therefore, everything that once was isn't. I also see someone they went and took a new opportunity, but when they went and took that new opportunity, they realized what was at home was actually more fulfilling than what was out in the street. So they were thinking with, I would say, the wrong head, female or woman, and they end up being left out in the cold. So the same thing that they were doing to you, for some of you guys, their karma already came back on them. And we want to be careful with karma, because karma gets a bad rap. And people always have the tendency to say karma is such a bitch. It's not a bitch. Spirit is saying what the bitch is the fact that we have the collective not learning their lessons. And they're dragging other people into lessons with them that are there to help teach them and grow. But technically speaking, if you were already evolved, knew what you're supposed to do and learning your lessons, then the people that agreed to these assignments before y'all even reincarnated wouldn't even have to be messing with you or in these situations in order for them to get something out of it in the sense of nothing. So I just see a lot of people having to really pay attention to their own actions and how that affects other people. I'm also seeing people just grieving right now and upset, and they're hurt, right? But this is something about a major financial loss. I also heard somebody stole your creative idea. Someone stole your creative idea, and technically speaking, it may have worked for them for a while, but because it wasn't their authentic idea, it backfired. And I see some of you guys taking someone to court. So maybe it has to do with copywriting situations and things of that nature. But somebody you poured into was really just around you to try to take and steal from you. They just wanted what you had. Somebody was around you who only saw what you had to offer physically, right? Or what you could do for them emotionally and physically, right? And they thought because they were financially stable or because they had all these connections or on the outside appeared to have it all together, that was going to keep you, when in actuality they were breadcrumbing you. And this was this emperor. And so now they're having their judgment day. But either way, I'm seeing that the collective is having to learn a very substantial lesson within this. And the lesson has to do with not just only understanding that everything happens for a reason, and I know that's real redundant, but it does. It truly does. A lot of you guys are angry and upset with yourselves. One, because the signs were actually there, but you maybe didn't know how to read them, and or you just didn't want to pay attention to it. Because I'm getting materialistic, right? Take it how it applies. Somebody who was very hung up on money, and they thought that they could use that to control and manipulate the situation, but they ended up high and dry. They ended up not getting what they thought they were going to get. They ended up feeling left out in the cold, how they left you out in the cold, and that's this Emperor. So now, I'm hearing this house is not a home. I think that's by Luther Vandross. Yeah, it is. Now they're feeling left out in the cold because you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear nothing this person has to say. You don't want anything to do with this person, or so they think, because some of you guys may not even be speaking to this person. Whatever they did, whatever happened, it went too far. It was taken way too far. And that was like your breaking point. That was, you know how we have non-negotiables? That was a non-negotiable. That was something that they're not bouncing back from. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. All right. So there's so many different stories here, again, regarding career. So take that as that applies. If anyone is going through a loss, my condolences to you. You know, their energy is flying high and it's in a much, much better place and they're looking over you, okay? Nothing dies. It just is rebirth, revamped. Energy just transforms and takes on different forms. So that's why it's really important. And I feel also some people living in regret because of how they may have treated people, or what they did or did not get to say, right? Or things that they did say that they're just like, maybe it could have been said a different way. But either way, it is what it is, okay? Some of you guys could have lost someone around wintertime, which it is kind of wintertime now, but I'm seeing like December, or even kind of like November, but November really wasn't that cold. But something's going to also happen in February as well too. Something about February is coming up. Some of you guys, something could have happened already within the month of January as well too. And it just really broke you down, okay? Some of you guys, your self-esteem was really tampered with. Someone tried to play mind games with you, okay? And make you feel like you didn't have enough to offer. And that because they had money, this is really interesting, this is coming up, it was a form of control. But I see that the collective is coming out of this energy and you're going to actually have the last laugh, okay? So take that as it applies. I also see someone, because I know I spoke of someone stealing someone's creative idea or trying to, or whatever the case may be, but I do see someone who right now, they have a lot of new opportunity, a lot of new beginnings in love, in creativity as well too. But the way that they view it is the way that they're thinking about it, right? Some of you guys may feel like you don't have enough money to start something or get something off the ground. And Spirit is saying that's not the case. They want you to pay attention to the people around you because those are your resources. They want collective. One thing for sure we have to understand, Divine is saying, is that money is something that society has put into place to control us. Money is nothing but the tree, literally a tree outside, okay? And we have many different trees. Trees are oxygen. It is how we breathe, okay? If we were to cut down all the trees a day, we would have a problem, okay? So the thing is, creativity, all the things that you came in this earth with before man told us who we are and what we are and how we're going to go about doing certain things in order to live our life and live in our purpose. Before any of that happened, you had a blueprint downloaded to you, okay? That blueprint is something specifically to you. I call it the spiritual social security number. That right there within itself is more powerful than a tree chopped down, drawn on, inked on, printed up and said, hey, this is something that it's not. So we have to start paying attention and reversing the psychology that has been taught to us regarding how we value moving ahead. We have a mindset saying, hey, if I don't have this amount of money or if I don't have this to offer, then I'm not enough, or I can't get this done, or I can't do it. And Spirit saying it's not the truth. Relationships, people are how things get done. For example, I was in I had a conference call a couple of weeks ago, and and one of the ladies were speaking on the fact that movies don't get done because of money. Movies get done because of relationships, right? A money can't pick up a camera. A money can't write a script. A money can't say action, go, right? A money can't make clothes and be seamstress and be a wardrobe stylist. A money can't do makeup. A money can't act and speak and spit out words. A money can't edit a video. A person can, who is very creative, who is talented. So you have to start surrounding yourself with people who want it just as bad as you do. And you have to start believing in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, you never know, you may run across someone who may be used to getting paid for something, but because of how you came to them with your energy, they're just like, I got to be a part of this. I want to help you out. So Spirit is saying, change your mindset, some of you guys. I don't know who that was for, but changing your mindset. People make things happen, okay? People make things happen, okay? So remember that, collective. So let's get you some advice. What advice do we have for the collective for the fire signs? What advice do we have for the collective for the fire signs? Some of you guys have a big reward coming in, and you didn't expect it. It's coming when you least expect it. Some of you guys have been going through a very financial hard time, and you're about to get something. Yeah, a change in the wind. Card 12. What direction are you going to take? This new direction. So something like we were talking about, something happened that completely changed the course of your direction. Excuse me, this lamp ring is in the way. Okay. So Spirit is saying, go with the flow of things. Don't fight this new beginning. Do not look at it as an ending. Look at it as a new beginning. Okay. It's like a tornado right now. You're feeling like you're going through a tornado. Spirit is like, go through it. Don't go around it. Don't go above it, underneath it. Go through it. I got you. But a change with the wind. Some of you guys have got to change your stripes, which means you got to change up. You got to change up. It is time to change. It's time to evolve. It's time to move in a direction that's going to best suit you. For you guys who lost someone, this is just having to do a change with the wind, right? Now this person is just energy. And now the way you have to connect with them is by symbols, by symbolism, right? By pictures, by memories, maybe videos, right? Reminiscing on the good times. Things have changed. So Spirit is saying for those regarding the loss, you can still connect with that energy, because we're energy. We're not our flesh. We're not this corpse, right? This is just a host. Energy is something much more deeper. So pay attention to the energy. Pay attention to the signs and symbolisms around you, because they're going to reach out to you. They're going to talk to you. It's just not the way that you're used to. So are you going to be stuck so much on the physical being gone, or are you going to take this time out to get to know that energy in a different form? Okay, collective. All right, let's get one law of attraction card. Spirit, what you have for the collective. All right, let's get some more advice. What advice do you have for the collective for the fire signs? I just keep hearing you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. All right, let's see what this is, collective. Ugh. Happiness. I love it. Can we focus? I don't know if it's focusing. It's focusing. Okay. Happiness. Combine talent with passion. Live your dreams. Helping others. Gratitude. Journal. Self-love. Everything we've just really been talking about. Collective for my fire signs. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line. Don't beat yourself up. All right. And let it take its course. And anything that has harmed you, especially if it was intentional, you guys, let it take its course. Spirit is saying, please do not retaliate. That's the last thing you want to do. Don't allow that situation. Some of you guys, you about to go to your old self. Spirit is saying, don't do it. That's the whole part of the lesson, to see how much you've grown, right? What I'm getting with this card regarding career and the other side, this is a new opportunity. And the energy is saying, for career, let go of that situation, because you have something more to offer than just at that company or with that person or whatever the case may be. regarding someone who may be on the other side. They want you to be happy. They want you to think about the good times, the happy times. They don't want you to self-sabotage or to sit too much and sulk. Turn grief into happiness, right? Yes, you're gonna miss their physical, because that lets you know how rare energy is. But Spirit is saying you're not your physical. Find other ways to still have a union with that person. And that person is just energy now, okay? They're just energy. We're all energy, all right? So for all of the collective, get ready for this new direction, all right? Because it's already here. It's coming in, and the divine just wanted to love on you guys and give you some hard truths. But either way, I see that the end result is happiness, right? Some of you guys are going to take this pain, because it just feels like a lot of pain no matter what storyline it is, and you're going to do something with it. I heard somebody may write a book, right? Some of you guys just need a journal, like it said. Some of you guys are going to learn what self-love is now. Finally, you're going to learn what self-love is. The divine really allowed things to happen so you can learn what self-love is, okay? So that's all I have for the collective. I wish everyone the best. Again, I'm MC5D Astrology and Tarot. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and like it, subscribe, turn on your notification bells, and spread the word. But it was dope catching a vibe with you guys. I love you, fire signs. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself, and know you're going to overcome the storm. They want me to go back to the songs. It's a thin line between love and hate, the revelations. Boys to Men, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, Missing You with Tania, Shaka Khan, Brandy, who else? Gladys Knight. And then the other two songs by Beyonce, Ring the Alarm and Upgrade You. Okay, so Spirit is just saying, a lot of y'all guys got some upgrades coming. It's going to be a process, but you got an upgrade coming. It's okay. Let go. Don't try to keep holding on to something that is already gone. Just let it go. Let it be free. For the rest of you guys, collective, again, going through some type of loss, but it's really just a new beginning. Spirit wants you to know that it is okay to be where you're at. Just be where you're at and take it one day at a time. All right. Love you, collective. Until next time. Namaste.